Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Outi Vanharanta, and as Petra just said, we will now go through the basic idea of the program, the eligibility criteria, and the application procedure. Um, so the seed funding is intended for researchers who have recently arrived in Finland and are employed in a Finnish university or government research institute. And the objective of this funding is to encourage the formation of new networks and initiate collaborations with Finnish private companies. And what is expected from the projects is that they would focus on developing an area of expertise that is important for strengthening Finland's future competitiveness. Then a few words about eligibility. So this funding is specifically designed for researchers who meet the following criteria. First, applicants must have lived continuously outside of Finland for at least 5 years. And at the time of application, they should have been employed at a Finnish university or government research institute for no more than 3 years. And the applicant should currently be employed by the university or research institute as a full professor or be on the professor career path currently. And with these criteria, we are trying to ensure that the funding targets researchers who are relatively new to Finland's academic scene and who are still in the starting phase of developing their networks with companies. And specifically, the purpose of the funding is, as I said, to promote collaboration with the private sector. And therefore, there is the requirement, and the whole project should be built around industry collaboration. And in these projects, the industry collaboration should include collaboration with at least 2 companies that are based in Finland. So they can be internationally operating global firms, but they need to have relevant operations in Finland and at least 1 full-time employee. And they need to be registered as private companies in Finland. And the collaboration in these seed projects can take many forms. It can be include joint research, thesis projects, for example, shared courses, workshops, or any other activities that effectively contribute to developing new industry-relevant knowledge and skills. And in the application, in addition to a project plan, a separate collaboration plan is required, which should include a description of the forms of collaboration with each company, the role of each company in achieving the project objectives, and how the companies will benefit from the collaboration, and also how the project would benefit the Finnish economy at a larger scale as well. And a few words about the use of the funding. So the funding available for each project is approximately 200,000 euros. And this funding needs to be used within a 3-year period. And the funding can cover a variety of expenses, including salary costs, overheads, travel, and materials. And it can also include costs related to publications and whatever the form the collaboration takes. So, for example, arranging the workshops and that type of collaborative work. However, please note that a maximum of 20% of the total project budget can be allocated for the applicant's own salary. So it can only cover a maximum of or a maximum of 20% of the project budget can cover the applicant's salary. But the salary costs can also be allocated to support researchers who are working with the applicants, such as doctoral students or postdoctoral researchers who are then working in this project with the applicant. Now let's take a look at the application process itself. Here is the timeline of the process. And first, this is a two-stage process. First, written applications are submitted via the application system that Petro just mentioned by October 26th. Following the guidelines described on our website, we have detailed guidelines that we really encourage you to look through thoroughly. And then the applications are reviewed by the foundation board and external reviewers. And at this point, what is taken into consideration is the academic quality of the research that will be carried out in this collaboration, and the potential impact of the project on business and industry more broadly. And the second stage involves interviews with applicants who have been shortlisted based on the first stage applications. And guidance, and first of all, the invitations to interviews will be sent on the week starting on 10th of November. And applicants will also receive instructions on how to prepare for the interviews. And the interviews will take place face-to-face in Helsinki in November, on November 24th and November 28th. And then the applicants who have been in the second stage of the process will be informed of the final decisions in early December. And now this was everything from my side on this process and the funding program. And if you have any questions outside of this info session, you can always reach us through our email addresses, and feel free to contact us with any questions on this program. Thank you.